Hi, thank you for joining me for Storytime Online with the Street Memorial Library. I'm Fatima and I work at the Wallette branch. Today I'll be reading about Martin Luther King Jr. and afterwards we'll make a birthday card for him. Are you ready for our story? Good. Our story is called Martin Luther King Jr. Today, people of all races celebrate Martin Luther King Jr. Day. But when Dr. King was a boy, he couldn't go to the same schools as white children. He couldn't play in the same parks or eat in the same restaurants. He couldn't drink at the same water fountains as white people. But his mother always told him, ML, don't you ever forget that you are just as good as anybody. Young Martin believed that. He believed it so much that when he grew up to teach that message to the world. Dr. King said, you are just as good as anybody, and many people believed him. Black people sat quietly at lunch counters just to show that they belonged there. They refused to ride buses that made black people sit in the back. They walked alone into schools to prove that black children had a right to learn beside white children. And because so many people believed Dr. King, at last they changed this country's laws. Children of all races now learn at the same schools. And they play in the same parks. And they sit where they like on buses. They eat in the same restaurants. And they drink from the same water fountains. Because of Martin Luther King Jr., children of all races now walk together as sisters and brothers. Thank you, Dr. Martin Luther King. The end. Did you guys like that story? Good. Now we're going to make a birthday card for Martin Luther King Jr. Okay, for the card, you will need glue sticks, scissors, any color markers that you have at home, and you will also need any color paper you decide to have or use. But to make Martin Luther King, we will need a black sheet of paper, a brown sheet of paper, and a white sheet of paper. Okay? So to get started, you're gonna cut out a head shape for Dr. Martin Luther King. So I cut out one already, and I'll show it to you. I cut it out just like this, so it's his head and a little space for his neck. Okay. And also, we're gonna cut out all the pieces for his body. So you wanna cut out his hair. I cut it out like this, and then to help you make it, it is like an upside down, or well, it's like a smile, but you'll put it on his head like this. And then I made this shape like this for his body. You'll also want to cut out 2 eyes for him out of the black paper, as well as his mustache. So it's just like a small version of his body. And you'll want to cut out a smile, 2 ears, so 2 half circles for his ears, a large white triangle for his body, for his suit, and a shape that looks like a nail for his tie. Can you see that? Okay, so let's get started. So first, we will fold our construction paper in half to be a card. And you can use any color construction paper you want. You'll just fold it in half like a hamburger. You see? So now that's in half. And now we're going to start gluing our pieces together for Dr. King. So first, I'm going to take his hair and I'm going to glue it to the top of his head. Oh, and make sure that you get a parent to help you cut out all the pieces, okay? Do not use the scissors alone. Glue that to the top of his head. Okay. And then next, I'm going to glue the eyes. And this is how he looks so far. So you can already see his face coming together. So now we're going to glue on his mustache. So you're going to take the small rhombus shape and we're going to glue it to his face. So under his eyes, but not too close to his eyes. So just like that, that's where his mustache is going. And now, I'm going to cut out a smile. And now we have a smile. So I'm going to place his smile right under his mustache. Okay, and now we're going to make his suit for his body. So first you're going to take this shape, and then you're going to take the white triangle, and you're going to glue the white triangle right in the middle of his suit. So you're going to put glue on it and glue it right on the middle. And if you want, it's easier if you line up the top and both tops of the pieces and you glue them together so they match right at the top. Okay, and so it'll look like this. And then we're going to take our tie that we cut out for him, and we're going to glue that right in the center of the white triangle. So now we have his suit. Doesn't that look good? Okay. So before we glue on his suit, we're going to take our 2 half circles for his ears that we cut out, and we're going to place them right on the sides of his head. Now, I glued mine on the front of his head. But you can glue yours on the back if you like, just as long as his ears are on the side of his head. Okay, and this is how he's looking so far. Doesn't he look happy? And now for the last part, we're going to glue on his suit. So you'll put the glue on his neck. And you can glue his suit right to his head. So his body is now attached. So now he looks just like this. Now you made Dr. Martin Luther King. So now we're going to glue him to the front of our card. And you probably want to place him kind of just like that, so that we have space at the top to write what we want to say. So we're going to glue him to the top of the card, or to the front of the card. Make sure you get enough glue on there, but not too much. Just enough to make him stick to the front. And if he doesn't exactly fit on the card, that's okay. And now he's on the front of our card. So now we're going to think about what would we like to say. Since it's his birthday, I wrote on the first card that I made, "Happy birthday, Martin Luther King Jr." If you would like to write that as well, you can. But I think this time I'm just going to write "Happy birthday." So that says "Happy birthday." So now on the inside of our card, I would like for you to think about what's something that you would say or what you would tell Dr. Martin Luther King. Because like in the story, we used to, or black people and white people didn't get to do certain things together in the same places. And now that we can, it's a really huge honor to honor him for that reason, that he made that possible, that we can live together in the same places. So that was his dream. And I was wondering if you have any dreams for the world, and what was something you would say to Dr. Martin Luther King? I would say thank you. And I'm going to say that my dream for the world right now is for everyone to feel better, and for the world to come together, and for everything to not go back to normal, but to move in a better direction. So you can write whatever you would like, whatever you dream about, or whatever you dream you want to be, or anything that you want to say, you can write in this card. So I'm going to do that now. So now we are done with our card. Happy birthday, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And I will hope that you have a great day and that you enjoy doing this craft. Thank you. Bye-bye.